Let's also show you what the MEA spokesperson is talking about when it comes to US aid.
छानबीन कर रहे हैं और काम कर रहे हैं और इस वक्त इस समय इस मुद्दे पे कोई भी पब्लिक कमेंट या घोषणा करना मेरे समझ से समयोचित नहीं होगा. Rishabh, on your question regarding Bangladesh, first question was regarding whether SARC came up for discussion or not. Yes, the matter was brought up by the Bangladesh side in external affairs meeting. When EM met with Bangladesh foreign advisor in Muscat, everyone in South Asia is aware of which country and what activities are responsible for stymieing SARC. EM conveyed that it is important that Bangladesh should not normalize terrorism. Regarding your second question about the comments being made by certain advisors and what sort of impact it will have on our dealings, yes, we have taken note of such remarks, which are of course not helpful. It is for the concerned individuals to reflect on implications for their particular domain. So that is how I would like to answer your question. Siddhant, on the meeting with the Chinese foreign minister, just a while ago, we had this meeting on the sidelines of the G20 foreign ministers meeting in Johannesburg. External Affairs Minister and Chinese foreign minister, His Excellency Wang Yi, met on the sidelines of G20. The meeting lasted for about 30 minutes. The two ministers reviewed developments in our bilateral relationship since their last meeting in November, specifically the management of peace and tranquility in border areas, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra resumption, trans-border rivers, flight connectivity, and travel facilitation were discussed. There was also an exchange of views on G20 and SCO. So that is to give you a readout of the foreign ministers, external affairs ministers meeting with the Chinese foreign minister. In addition, we have put out his opening remarks, which are there available in the public domain. So I would refer you to them. Thank you. Mukesh.
Sir, Mukesh Kaushik from Dainik Bhaskar, sir. जैसा आपने कहा कि relevant department इसको देख रहे हैं US aid को, can you tell us कि relevant department कौन से हैं, क्या उनकी कोई inter-ministerial mechanism बनाई गई है, or do you disagree with the reports that money was not for India but for Bangladesh?
Okay, Huma.
So I'm Huma Siddiqui. I have I don't know if this question was asked, but at KIT there was an incident where a Nepalese student has committed suicide.
Correct.
So what is the MEA doing about? I mean, do you have any update on the situation there?
Okay.
Good evening, sir. Thierry Maheshwari from Sputnik, sir. I have two questions. One is regarding the meeting between EM Jaishankar and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. The Russian readout said that Mr. Jaishankar was briefed on the Riyadh summit, and now we are seeing that there are some differences between Ukraine and the US administration. So how does India look at the normalization of relations between, a step towards normalization of relations between US and Russia? So the second question is in regards to the meeting between the Brazilian foreign minister and EM Jaishankar. So was the threat of imposing tariffs on BRICS countries, was that discussed during the meeting? Thank you, sir.
Okay, Keshav.
So, thank you. Good evening, Keshav from the print. Just associating with what was asked earlier, when discussions with the Brazilian foreign minister took place, as well as when EM Jaishankar called upon the president of South Africa, was BRICS' future discussed, given that the US President Donald Trump said that BRICS is dead and has been attacking the regional bloc at various levels over the last few months? And secondly, continuing with the question of the meeting with Mr. Lavrov, did India take any position with regards to bringing both Ukraine and Russia to the table, given the Riyadh summit did not have the participation of Ukraine? Thank you, sir.
सर मैं प्रकाश दुबे न्यूज़ इंडिया से। मेरा सवाल है कि अमेरिका से मैं अवैध रूप से रह रहे भारतीयों को जिनको वापस भेजा जा रहा है, कुछ तस्वीरें आई हैं पनामा में जिनको छोड़ा गया है, तो उसको लेकर क्या जानकारी है? दूसरा, जिस तरह से उनको सैनिक विमान से पहले भेजा गया, उसको लेकर पार्लियामेंट में कई अपोजिशन की पार्टियों ने आपत्ति जताई थी, देश में उसको लेकर विरोध भी हो रहा है। तो भारत सरकार ने कहा था वो यूएस से बात करेगी, उसको लेकर क्या जानकारी है? क्योंकि अभी भी उसी तरीके से व्यवहार किया जा रहा है, अवैध रूप से भारतीयों को उसी तरीके से भेजा जा रहा है हथकड़ी लगाकर।
ओके, मुकेश जी, देखिए, यूएसएड के मुद्दे पे जो मुझे कहना था मैंने आपको उससे अवगत कराया है, और ये बताया है कि बहुत सारे भारतीय सरकार में इकाई हैं जो इस पे यूएसएड के साथ काम करती हैं। वो कई एक मंत्रालय हैं, तो जितने भी इससे संबंधित मंत्रालय और जो एजेंसीज काम कर रहे हैं वो इस मुद्दे को अभी देख रहे हैं। तो जब एक अपडेट हमारे पास आएगा तो आपसे अपन साझा करेंगे। Huma, on KIT, what happened there with the Nepalese students, we are deeply saddened.
That is the MEA spokesperson Randeep Jaiswal speaking. My colleague Mohammed Ghazali joins us with more details on this. Ghazali, important statement by the MEA spokesperson there, saying that the revelations with regard to the US aid scheme are concerning and that relevant departments are looking into this. Tell us what more did he say in this aspect?
If, first of all, the MEA at least acknowledges the fact that US aid was working or is working with multiple ministries. And that is why Mr. Randeep Jaiswal did comment saying that perhaps it will be premature to comment on the issue right now, because more details are being gathered by every ministry with which the US aid agencies are working in India, or for how long they have been working, what are the operations they are involved in. So as of now, those details are being gathered. But he also said that perhaps the revelations which have come out, that the way they were interfering in India's electoral system, or say in the polls, is very concerning, and the government is looking into it.
Right. And also, Ghazali, tell us with regard to the political war that is going on. There were two questions that were asked to Mr. Jaiswal, but he clearly says that he's not going to make a public statement on this, but saying that these revelations have been concerning. Can you tell our viewers, can you give them a gist of what really has happened? Because Donald Trump has talked about this twice. He has also called it a kickback scheme. So clearly, tell us the political significance of a statement like that.
See, Vasudha, there are two issues involved with the revelations, or if you say that Mr. Trump's statement. One, that he has spoken about it twice, that how U.S. aid was perhaps funding or giving funds to install somebody else in India as the Prime Minister, to say to hand over the government to somebody else, or working towards to ensure that somebody wins the election. The second point is that MEA itself has been raising a lot of concerns and objections whenever State Department-related agencies used to release these reports on freedom of index, or freedom of religion in India, freedom of speech in India. And every time these reports used to come up, the MEA used to raise these concerns with their counterparts, with the US authorities. And even today, when he was asked about that what would be the reaction of Indian government, since Prime Minister recently met Mr. Trump and came back, and after that these revelations have been met by the Department of Government Efficiency there, the DOGE. So as of now, it is at a very premature stage, but at least it has triggered a political slugfest back here, because BJP has been trying to say that perhaps Congress government was in power, or Congress was in power before 2014 when these funds were coming up. Election Commission has also tied up with one of the agencies affiliated with the US aid. So right now, it is more of a political slugfest. Right. Congress is also trying to say that even BJP government in the last 12 years, the NDA government, even their ministries have been working with US aid. So until proper findings from the government comes out, right, will be very premature to comment on it, says the MEA right now.
Right, Randeep Jaiswal there, the spokesperson of MEA, saying that revelations on US aid have been concerning, and my colleague Mohammed Ghazali reporting on those details. This is after Donald Trump has called it a kickback scheme. and BJP has attacked the Congress party over this.